It's time for another ship tour. Also, Andromeda comes out in a week. No pressure. These episodes might get real long real soon.
Goddamn Cerberus bastards. And Udina too. Son of a bitch.
That's crap. Udina made a deal with the devil. He got what he deserved.
He pretty much got what he deserves. That's fitting enough.
I've got a lead on something interesting. Have you got a minute?
What's that?
Commander, I found something you need to see.
What have you got?
A group of Cerberus scientists cut ties and fled. Perhaps they finally realized they were on the wrong side. We don't know what they were researching, but they were among the Elusive Man's top scientists. They could help build the Crucible.
Unless they're indoctrinated and this is a ruse to get Cerberus close to the Crucible.
I'm not suggesting we trust them fully, but it could be worth investigating.
Has the Alliance tried to make contact with the scientists?
They've been unable to find them, but they're searching. As is Cerberus. I've been monitoring Cerberus communications. I've charted signal frequency from various Cerberus cells by location and cross-referenced known ship movements.
You found them?
I believe so, yes.
Nice work. Put it on the map and I'll give it a look.
Thanks for your time, Commander.
More for the list, huh? A list that grows fast. Oh my god. Yep. That's when you know you've had an act change in a Mass Effect game, is when suddenly there's a billion new things here. My project, from Liara to... I almost said Larry Sony. From Liara to Sony. Shepard, I've been working on something I'd like to show you. Can you meet me in the quarters if you have a moment? Samantha Trainer. Thanks for taking the time to speak with the civilian. I'd love to see how Commander Shepard kills time between missions. Why don't you give me a call if you'd like to grab drinks in the cabin? I promise a night of fun and games, Trainer. I was just talking to you. That's weird. Citadel interview. Your cabin? From Diana Allers. The networks are going wall-to-wall with coverage on from the attack of the Citadel. Everyone asking questions about Udina's death. Can I get an hour or so with you to talk about what happened? I'm thinking your cabin rather than the conference room, so we don't get interrupted. I heard you knew the counselor personally. If you need some time alone or don't want to talk about it, just say the word. Diana. Meet me at the bar, Jack? Students are kicking ass and taking names. They're keeping them on short rotation so they don't burn out. But so we end up with lots of shore leave. Next time we hit the council, come by Purgatory. So that's over with. Alliance News Network. New article on Cerberus. Elysium, an excavation shuttle, nearly destroyed as it attempted to escape the Reaper-occupied colony of Elysium, was reportedly saved after a lone biotic worker intervened. The shuttle was carrying children who drew higher numbers on the colony's evacuation lottery, meaning they were not eligible to board the first wave of shuttles leaving the planet. Their shuttle was saved when the biotic identified by the authorities as Aresh Agdashlu, engaged Reaper forces that were preventing it from taking it off. Agdashlu? That name's brutal. Had a history of drug abuse and criminal activity and claimed to have survived a Cerberus camp on Pragia as a child. Witnesses says he killed several dozen Reaper creatures before he was overwhelmed, providing the shuttle just enough time to fly clear. So if we had not let him leave during Jack's loyalty mission where we destroyed the Pragia facility, all those children would have died, basically. So there's closure for that very background detail. Hope lives. From Erdnot Bakara. Commander, I'm writing you from the Kelphic Valley onto Chunka. I wish you were here to see this. I'm watching Krogan pour in from across our entire planet. So many of them that I've lost count. They've all heard the news. We are finally free. The age of suffering is over. Never again will Krogan be afraid to give birth. Never again will they fear the pain and heartache it might bring. While I don't know what fate ultimately has in store for my people, I can promise you your decision to believe in us will not be in vain. We will fight the Reapers for more than glory. We will fight them because we know there is a future for us after victory. The rest of my life will be devoted to traveling to Chunka and speaking aloud the words no Krogan has heard for nearly 2,000 years. There is reason to hope. This I owe to you, Commander. This I will never forget. Durlesh Mole from Adrian Victus. Commander Shepard, Cerberus just ambushed a Turian cruiser full of high-ranking hierarchy officials. The cruiser managed to escape, but its location was top secret. Cerberus couldn't have located the ship without inside information, and the only other person who knew the cruiser's position was Volus Ambassador Din Korlak. I've heard ugly rumors of a bounty out for his head. My advisors insist I can't bring these accusations against Korlak myself. I admit they're right. The Turian and Volus economies are tightly intertwined, and now isn't the time for the political crisis that would result. But the security for our fleets is at stake. I ask that you investigate Korlak in your capacity as a Spectre, and find out if he is indeed a Cerberus mole. I forwarded information on his last known location to the Spectre office on the Citadel. Regards, Primarch Victus. Got a minute? James Vega. Hey, Commander, just wondering if you got some time in the near future. Nothing critical, just want to chat. Kai Lang's dossier. From Stephen Hackett. Shepard has promised, here's what we have on Kai Lang. It's from Alliance Records. Lang, Kai, 2172, enlisted, age 16, fake credentials, so he's been a member of the Alliance before. Toured in the Terminus systems, Exodus Cluster, Reconnaissance. Reprimanded for taking medals from dead enemy officers, sentence reduced in light of previous exemplary service record. Raid, recommended for Medal of Valor. Accepted into Interplanetary Compatibility Academy. Received designation. Okay. Dishonorably discharged from and imprisoned after charge of first-degree murder. Intel on Kai Lang's activities after joining Cerberus is spotty. What is known is that the Elusive Man arranged for Lang's escape from prison, employing him as an operative for the next 10 years. Lang is now believed to be the Elusive Man's most trusted agent, working as an infiltrator and assassin. His cybernetic modifications appear to include Cerberus's Phantom-class implants. Only one more? I figured I'd scroll ahead to see if there was more after the screen's duration. Citadel shore leave, priority. That's funny. Admiral Hackett. Commander Shepard, I'm ordering the Normandy into dry dock on the Citadel for much-needed repairs. She's seen a lot of action lately, and needs a little TLC. A small army of techs will take care of the details once you arrive, so let's get your crew out of there. You're all on shore leave, that's an order. We need everybody at their best. One more thing, Admiral Anderson has an apartment on the wards. Head over there when you arrive, it's a nice place. Admiral Hackett. So that is another DLC called Citadel, and I believe going to Anderson's office is what actually triggers the main body of the DLC. Gonna avoid that for a little longer, because we were just on the Citadel, and frankly, in the state it's in right now, it's not very shore leave friendly. It's a giant, horrible mess. We'll wait for a little longer for that. My next priority is Omega.
Turians will hold. Pound for pound, they're the best fighting force in the galaxy.
Pound for pound is irrelevant, given the significantly higher mass of Reaper forces overall.
That's why we're bringing in the Krogan.
So Cerberus wanted to go into politics, huh? Nice job shutting those assholes down.
Didn't you used to work for those assholes? Something about leather seats.
I worked for Cerberus when they were vigilantes helping the helpless. Now they're a little too mainstream. And evil. The important thing is that you kick their asses. And also that Ash aced the don't shoot your commander portion of the Normandy reinstatement test.
Go easy on Ash. She's been through a lot.
Yeah, like drawing a gun on a superior officer, nearly getting the council killed. That's not gonna look good on the yearly performance review.
Hello, Shepard.
What's on your mind, Edie?
The destruction of the Reaper on Tuchanka. It is rare for a technologically superior force to be destroyed by an inferior one.
Yeah, so now all we need is a gun that fires Thresher Maws.
That was a joke.
I'm sorry, Shepard. I was contemplating. The Reapers are more fallible than they proclaim. Despite its best efforts, the one on Tuchanka was destroyed by a worm. This has caused me to reassess the probable period of time before I am non-functional.
You worried about dying?
In a sense. My processing power is consumed with calculations to help us combat the Reapers. But I can run those scenarios with the rest of the crew. May I ask you another question that troubled Jeff?
Here we go again.
What is the purpose of synthetic life? It's not that different from organic life. A free-willed synthetic chooses what it wants. But the purpose of organic life is to preserve itself long enough to replicate copies of its genes in succeeding generations. My purpose is not so clear. The other successful synthetic life forms that I have examined for comparison are the Geth and the Reapers. The Reapers have nothing to emulate.
Seconded. Why would you want to be like those assholes?
The Reaper lifespan is between 50,000 to 37 million years. That is a very successful model. And all they do is harvest and destroy. Ask yourself if that's what you really want. That is an unusual perspective, Shepard. I will devote processing power to considering it. Thank you.
It's hard to argue with Edie. On some level, she has to be right in that she... Yeah. Like, the Reapers pose a compelling argument because they've been wildly successful, but is it worth the cost? It's one of those things that... Is it an emotional or logical thing to say that it's not worth the cost for what they do? And I guess Edie might be the test for that. Garrus seems to be contemplating the dead.
Shepard. Hell of a day. Udina loses his mind, the Citadel almost falls, and you almost had to put down a friend.
Got a little tense there.
If it had come down to it, could you have pulled the trigger?
If they hadn't backed down, yes. This war is bigger than any one person.
I'll remember that next time we have an argument. Still, I'm glad Ash didn't have to join Kaidan. Losing one was enough. Good to have Ash back. We can always use a friendly gun. Good to have Ash back. We can always use a friendly gun.
Yeah, I mean... Udina was trying to get Ash to turn on me, and at some point I need to deal with that. I can't just wait there and wait to get shot because of feelings at some point. But thankfully, words worked, which I usually try to make them do.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Really? That's all you gotta say? Newly rejoining the Normandy? And your only line of dialogue? Whoa, is your hair changing styles when I... It is. Whoa, her hair changes when I walk around. That's the most bizarre detail. Huh. Well, enjoy... Wait. Samara's room, not Kasumi's room. Right. This room didn't get a lot of use. She mostly just sat on the floor right there. I don't think she ever moved. Don't know if she had to. Did she eat? I'm actually not entirely sure about some of the details of Samara. She's a strange one. Well, Chakwa sent word that she needed a word with me, and it's good that she did because, frankly, she has new updates so infrequently that she's the #1 person I'm likely to not check on.
May I speak with you, Commander? Commander, an opportunity has come to my attention that may interest you.
What's going on, Doctor?
Refugees arrived at the Citadel recently in possession of military-grade medical supplies and equipment. In reviewing our inventories, I determined we have an excess of medical supplies to treat contagion, exposure, and malnutrition.
They're equipped to help injured soldiers, and we have supplies to help suffering refugees.
Precisely. Perhaps you could ply your charms to broker a trade.
Isn't this something you could do yourself?
War profiteering is running rampant, and these refugees are wary of the Alliance military. They didn't trust me. But you are Commander Shepard, the hero. You could persuade them.
I'll find the refugees as soon as I can.
Speak with Tactus. Many of the refugees near the Citadel docks look to him for leadership. Thank you, Commander. With access to their equipment and materials, I believe I could increase the effectiveness of our Medigel.
Well then, power to ya. No one back here. It almost feels weird not having Legion or Edie or someone stashed back here. Even the body's gone. And our chef's still gone. It's just in this weird empty space nowadays. Who cooks? Did we finally get a replicator?
Per your orders, I have the latest reports on the Council, Doctor. Their security is in disarray. but it would still be weeks before we could attempt to position any agents in their personal staff.
And it's far too risky after Udina's coup. Postpone those deployments.
At once.
What do we have here? Nothing. I get nothing.
I had something I wanted to show you, Shepard. Could we meet in your cabin when you have a moment?
A lot of people want to meet me in my cabin. Huh. That's just the new place where I meet people? Audio recording from Councillor Gougier's Senate office. Secretary Phillips, the emergency fund's gone. Sir, we don't have the credits to hire enough ships to evacuate the colony before the Reapers get here. Not what the prices their captains are asking for. What about the military? They left an hour ago. They said it's too much of a risk to come back. Did they? Yes, sir. Here. Is this a passkey, sir? And an inventory? Phillips, I'm authorizing you on behalf of the City Senate to seize any and all EZO stockpiles in our treasury in order to secure safe passage for our citizens on any available ships. These look like the private stockpiles, Senate member stockpiles. I'm foregoing re-election. Now get us those ships. Yes, sir. Now there's somebody just saying screw you to all futures because the only future that matters is that there is one.
Please, enjoy your day.
It's the at all costs approach that's probably pretty much mandatory at this point. You just need to move forward. You need to do anything that can be done to maintain the future of all society and all humans, all Krogans, everyone else, or no one. And we become weird nightmare Dead Space monstrosities working for the Reaper forces, and that's not something that anyone's looking forward to. Do I really want to talk to Diana? Do I?
Breaking now, the Citadel in flames. A brazen attack by Cerberus, repelled by CSEC. Alliance Marines explain the Council fleet's delayed response. We speak with the brave men and women who fought the good fight in the battle space.
What if you could watch that recording on the news? And just Shepard's just running in circles around her.
Commander, I've got some questions about the coup, but I'm online with my producer right now. Can we set up an interview in your cabin?
It's weird how that goes from being a thing that literally never happens in this game to being a thing that every single party member suddenly wants to do. It's almost like they don't want you to go around and do your laps and talk to everybody like you have been. Javik's like, can I talk to you in your cabin? It's like, why not here? Can I talk to you in your cabin?
Traitors are the worst form of enemy. In our cycle, we would remove their limbs one by one and offer them a choice. Eat their own flesh or starve. Your politician deserved far worse than a bullet. And if the other human had not seen reason, her death would be certain too. There is only one enemy in this war. Reapers. No others will be tolerated. I would like to visit the Citadel sometime, when it is not infested with traitors. I've heard about the Kaileng human you encountered. It is good to have a name for the enemy I will enjoy killing most. Yes?
I will enjoy killing him the most. Who's left around here? Oh, right, we have engineering, who may or may not have something to say. Not often, though. I was confused. He was like, I would like to go to the Citadel someday. I'm like, I guess I can't get him to go there, huh? Because I can't control him to bring him in the party, because he's, it's the Citadel, just people who lounge there, and, yeah, Javik's never out in the open. I guess he hides away, because he doesn't want the attention. Someone's missing.
Thanks, Commander. That GX-12 thermal pipe arrived. We're performing the modifications right now.
So, how did I get volunteered to crawl through the ducts?
You're the power control engineer, not me.
Damn hot in here. Hey, didn't Adams say that all the Normandy is Edie?
Kenneth, stop right there.
Just didn't tell Joker. He'll get jealous.
Oh my god. That conversation continuity. Previous conversation about whether or not this entire place counts as her and not, crossed with him being the horn dog he usually is. Crossed with the quest I just did about the upgrade and now that he's gone. Like, that's... Wow. Wow. That's an ongoing character trait crossed with a previous conversation crossed with an obscure side quest that I just did that's like all coming together in a conversation.
Kenneth is still installing the thermal conduit.
That's repeating.
We're still working on the thermal modifications. Should be done pretty soon.
Alright, well they'll do that. Hopefully it doesn't, like, backfire and vaporize them all or something. That'd be horrible, right? It's like, turns out that if you try to save everybody by fixing the thing, that's actually what causes everyone to die. Ha! No.
Never thought I'd be doing a combat drop onto the Citadel. I can't believe Udina. Great example to the other races, huh?
Yeah, it turns out Anderson was really the way to go.
Good to see you, Commander.
Not that I had a choice, since they just like, retroacted, like, we changed our mind, now Anderson's not the way to go.
Hey, Commander. I knew Udina. Hey.
God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. I miss it when everybody would just do a normal conversation with a fixed camera angles and dialogue trees. Because now they're like, hey, Commander. I'm like, oh, okay, so the dialogue's over. He doesn't have anything to say. And then it's like, oh, he actually was doing a whole thing. I'm like, oh, I accidentally lost it. Shit. And now it's gone forever. Oh, well, it's just gonna be another guy going, Udina's a scumlord. I'm like, yes, he is. Yes, he is. Is this even a little sorted? Holy crap. It's just all in one menu. They didn't think that maybe they could put them in category by, like, what type of weapon they are or something? Alright, well. I've been thinking it's time to upgrade by now, right? So I have the Shuriken. Get the Hornet. Shuriken Tempest. Definitely wish it was a little easier to figure out which type of weapon I'd want the most. Fire rate plus damage. Hornet might be good. Yeah, it looks like the Hornet has significantly higher base damage. Let's try going with that. There's power damage and then attack damage. Let's try upgrading the Hornet. I got the money now. Oops. Gotta be careful, the whole thing resets. There we go. Now how are we looking? Yep. Higher damage than the Shuriken. Capacity's a little down. Fire rate's down, but higher... No, sorry, capacity... I don't know why I'm going back and forth on those comparison lines. Does it actually have lower damage than the Shuriken? No, it doesn't. Yeah. So, higher damage, higher accuracy, higher weight, higher fire rate, but less capacity is the only real change between the Hornet and the Shuriken. Alright, time to start calling everyone up to my conference room, I mean bedroom, and look at all the fish. Feed the fish. The fish are being fed. Even the jellyfish, apparently. What if jellyfish eat? How do they eat? Not entirely sure. The important thing is they're not dying constantly, and I'm not constantly having to press a button to make them not be dead. And that's an upgrade, I think. Hopefully. Let's not turn the music on, that's just gonna make the dialogue harder to hear, isn't it? Hey, little guy. Bye. So who do we want to call this time?
You had something you wanted to discuss in my cabin?
Yes. I'll be right up.
Oh, I don't get a choice. It just picks one.
Come on in.
Thank you. Could we sit? I've been thinking about the knowledge we gathered on the Reapers, and how easily it could be lost again. So, I put a plan in motion to preserve things for the future.
What's this?
A record of the galaxy. Information on the Reapers, relays, different cultures, and blueprints of the Crucible. But there's one entry I wanted your opinion on.
Which one?
Your own. I'd be honored to have your input. How would you like history to remember you?
50,000 years is a long time for a computer to sit around.
Please, I was an archaeologist. I know what I'm doing. I'm encasing these records in time capsules and seeding copies on multiple planets. And while it's not foolproof, the VI I'm installing has every translation and linguistics program I could find.
So it's an information guide like Vigil on Ilos?
Yes. I've been preparing it for some time.
And it will be a privilege to guide the future discoverers of these records. Have you decided what you would like Dr. Tassoni to write in your entry, Commander?
So be inspiring, be honest, or have her decide. Dun dun dun. It's on one hand, it's like a gesture to be like, let her decide, and she maybe has an idea of what to say. But it's also kind of throwing the question back in her face because she came here for my answer, and my answer is to not give an answer.
Put down the truth. Good, bad. Don't leave anything out. Let history be the judge.
I'll give them the facts. Let me just delete all these breathless passages on your heroics.
You writing anything I can't live up to?
I can't help myself. You're a good friend, Shepard.
You've been there for me too, Liara.
No, I haven't. I wish I could have joined you back on Ilium.
You made up for it.
Well, I suppose I did just write your name in the stars.
So a friend pointed out to me that Liara has eyebrows because she paints them on. Because no other Asari has eyebrows. Something that I'd never really picked up on recently, at least. And yeah,
Trainer, if you're not doing anything, I've got a few hours free. Would you like to come up?
Your cabin is gorgeous. I've seen apartments smaller than this. Oh, an actual shower. The faucets in the women's bathroom are crap, by the way. In any event, I thought you might be in the mood to play.
Chess?
I bought a board on the Citadel. GUI interface, not nearly as much fun as real pieces. But I hoped you might give me some pointers.
That's funny. I figured you'd be more interested in a shower.
I didn't realize that was an option.
It's an option.
Well, just give me a moment to grab my things. Hot water and room to stretch. I could get lost in here. Oh, it's like a week's worth of stress is washing off. And the timing's perfect. I was hoping to look nice for somebody.
Hot date lined up?
Hopefully more than just that. I play for keeps.
Sounds serious.
That depends on whether she's interested.
Well, good luck. Holler if you need anything.
Oh, will do. Thanks again, Shepard.
No problem. Take as long as you like.
And don't think this saves you from our chess match. Just give me a minute to dry my hair. Ha!
Oh, come on.
My word, Commander. It's almost as though you wanted to spare your pawns the indignity of living under my regime.
In real life, that tactic would have worked.
Well, in real life, one doesn't move on an 8x8 square grid.
You know what I mean. The pawns are infantry. A good infantry line like the Krogan can take a charge like that.
That reminds me of a joke. What's the difference between Commander Shepard and a Krogan? One is an unstoppable juggernaut of head-butting destruction.
And the other doesn't have a smart-ass comm officer to keep her in line.
Ooh, that's even better than the number of testicles punchline.
I'm glad you didn't run back to the lab, Trainer.
Thanks. So, rematch?
Hell yes.
And that was the day that we learned that Commander Shepard does not understand at all chess. It's not a simulation of real life even remotely.
Trainer, can you send Diana up? She wanted an interview.
Right away, Commander.
Ready for a chat, Commander?
I'm ready.
Commander, it's no secret that Council Space has suffered some serious losses to the Reapers lately. Now Cerberus has struck directly at the seat of our government. If something as small as a human terrorist organization can hit the Citadel, is anywhere safe?
Cerberus has limited resources. This coup attempt was likely the best they could do, and it cost them a lot of money and troops. A little fear is understandable, but it can't paralyze you. They've failed as many times as they've succeeded.
But humanity has lost its counselor. The Alliance Parliament is destroyed, and the Prime Minister's dead. The line of succession is getting pretty short. How long do you expect any new Alliance administration to last?
Leaders will rise. You can't lose hope. Our enemies won't rest until they've taken the last human being. Until then, we're not beaten. Right now, it's everyone's duty to step up.
All right. Now a question from Thessia. Commander, during your tribunal, some said you had Cerberus ties. Thanks for your time, Commander. This is Diana Allers for Battlespace. Good night, and stay strong. Be careful, Commander. You keep feeding me like this, and I'll follow you home.
I think we're just fine in front of the camera.
Oh, did you think? Of course you did. Me and my big mouth. I'd better get out of here before I send another wrong signal. See ya, Commander.
At this point, they're reaching self-parody levels on everyone being some kind of romance option inference, including Trainer here, which I think you can join her in the shower, and it has a very different day.
James, I've got some time if you want to talk privately.
On my way. Hey man, how's it going?
Good, James. You?
Good. Wow. So this is what I can look forward to when I get my own command.
You want your own ship, Vega?
Yeah, maybe one day. When I'm old and I can't fight worth shit anymore.
You just come up here to make fun of your commander.
Sorry, Lola. I guess maybe I got some things on my mind. I wanted to get your opinion on something.
Shoot.
What'd you do when they asked you to join the N7 program? I mean, was it a no-brainer for you, or did you think about it before accepting?
I'm a soldier, Vega, and I wanted to be the best damn soldier I could be. It doesn't get better than N7.
So I hear.
You get the best training, best equipment, best assignments.
And they expect the best in return.
Yes, they do. Why are you asking?
Well, even all the shit that's going on, somebody somewhere managed to track me down and forward an N7 commendation. It's dated the same day the Reapers attacked Earth.
You don't sound too thrilled.
Well, aside from the fact that there won't be an N7 program if we don't win this war, being a soldier's the only thing I've ever been really good at. And not because I try. Hell, I'd have kicked my ass out years ago. Last time I had a command, I lost almost everyone, and they promoted me for it. I guess I'm just not sure if I'm ready to lead again. I don't know if I want that responsibility.
You mentioned that before. What went wrong?
What didn't go wrong? We were out on patrol, checking on some strange readings, and the collectors hit. But they hit the colony first. By the time we got back, most of the colonists had been subdued or abducted, including our CO, Captain Tony.
So you were in charge?
Yeah. We laid low for a bit, waiting for a chance to strike, but before we could, we were betrayed. One of the colonists turned out to be a Cerberus spy working with the collectors. I had no choice. I killed him and destroyed the collector ship. But it got ugly. We lost most of the colonists and all but one of my squad. Not exactly a textbook operation.
You can't blame yourself for being put in a tough situation. And if you were promoted, then something must have gone right.
Sure, but...
If you'd saved them all, would things have worked out better?
I don't know. I don't think so.
The right choice is usually not the easy one.
Yeah. Did you know that before you joined the N7?
Yep. That's why I was asked. And it's why they asked you. There is not a single N7 that hasn't sacrificed either themselves or their soldiers at some point.
So you think I should accept?
Only you can make that decision, James. But I think you already know the answer.
I'm glad you think so. If you don't mind, maybe don't mention this to anyone else.
Of course not.
Gracias. Well, I think I better get back to the hangar. Things here, it's a little too soft for me.
The bed's a lot harder than it looks.
Are you flirting with me, Lola? I'm going. Thanks again, Shepard.
Anytime.
I've become the guidance counselor for this entire ship. I'm gonna save the galaxy and its feelings. You may have thought we were done, but nope.
Shepard. I was hoping you'd check in again.
You okay?
Been putting my old academy training to use. Organizing the resistance. You know, you've got quite a fan club back here. Any news we hear about the Normandy gives hope to the guys in the trenches.
I know what that's like, fighting in the dark. I'm glad we're making a difference.
It's more than that. A lot of these people have never held a gun in their life. When they heard that you managed to get the Turians and Krogan to cooperate, that was a shot in the arm, Shepard. Of the one thing we're in short supply around here. Faith. That any of us will live to see another day.
How bad is it?
It could be worse, but not much.
Can you still coordinate any kind of counterattack?
We're hitting the Reapers every chance we get. Mostly guerrilla-style hit-and-runs. But it's not enough. It's time we started focusing our efforts.
Where?
London. Something big is happening there. Our networks in the UK say the Reapers have arrived in huge numbers.
I don't like the sound of that. Any more details?
No. And that scares the hell out of me.
Well, the Crucible will scare the hell out of the Reapers.
We're counting on it. Oh, and Shepard, I meant what I said earlier about Kai Lang. The Reapers may seem like our biggest threat, but take it from me. Lang is a vicious bastard. Don't underestimate him.
Noted.
Then I'll let you get back to it. We need whatever good news you can send our way. Anderson out.
What if they're planning something nasty? What if they're like, oh, all the Reapers are going into one area, isn't that interesting? Boom! Hit them with every possible bomb at the same time. Not a bad way of taking the Reapers, but that's one of the most renegade options you could think of. I wonder if that was what was going to be suggested by my other dialogue option, saying fish in a barrel. Ooh. That would be rough. Here we go, Dock 42. It's supposed to be where we meet with, holy crap. Can't think of her name right now. I have so many names in my head right now. For Omega. You don't fuck Arya. You don't fuck with Arya. There we go. It's like a mnemonic. Her name's like a mnemonic.
Are you Bray?
The great Commander Shepard. And me without my autograph book.
Save it. Just take me to Arya.
Follow me.
So where is she? Shepard. Arya. How dramatic.
There are too many eyes and ears in Purgatory.
I assume this is about retaking Omega.
This is about your war, Shepard. Cerberus controlling the Terminus system seriously bolsters their mobility. Since taking Omega, they've spread through the galaxy. Surely the Alliance has noticed.
Cut to the chase. What's your plan?
Kick them out. I've amassed a fleet of merc ships. We're going to punch through enemy lines and invade. Once we're on Omega, it's a ground war. That's why I want you. I only accept the best. The leader of the Cerberus occupation is General Oleg Petrovsky.
He's the one who ousted me.
Don't know him.
The elusive man's top military strategist and best kept secret. But all you really need to know is that he's a merciless bastard.
What's your intel on the occupation?
Petrovsky's army is massive and he's got Omega locked tight. The information stops there.
So, you're winging it?
Not at all. There are secrets on Omega only I know. Secrets that will provide us a foothold. I can tell you this. Petrovsky's invasion was precise and ruthless. He'll stop at nothing to win.
He's about to meet his match.
That kind of talk goes a long way with me. When Omega is mine again, I'll give you everything. I've got ships, mercs, EZO, all yours for the war.
What's the catch?
I have objections to some of the company you keep. So you'll have to leave the Normandy and its crew behind.
My crew are professionals.
Let's just say, I want you all to myself. Bray will provide coordinates to my fleet. Oh, and while we're still in the Citadel, please be discreet.
The fleet is hidden in this system. Signal me when you're on your way. Arya and I will meet you on the command ship. Can't wait to see what all the fuss is about.
Are they dumping me back on the ship or back in the previous... Not sure where we're going. Seems like a missed opportunity for Arya. I think this is like the Arrival DLC, where I think they might have not had access to the voice actors for a bit. They didn't fit into the budget or schedule or something, so they may have decided to just sort of just go all in on hey, you don't get to have your party in this one, and have that be the thing, as opposed to making them silent or something. I don't know. Maybe they just decided from the get-go this was the right way to handle it. Still seems like a missed opportunity on Arya's part not allow Archangel of all people to join on the mission, since clearly that would be an asset in this situation. Hey, what are you doing down here, Cortez?
Are you okay?
I've just been standing here, holding this for I don't know how long. He'll always be a part of me.
Your past is yours. No one can take that away.
I love you, but I know you. Don't make me an anchor. Promise me, Steve.
Goodbye, Robert. I'm glad you came. I just need a few moments to myself.
I guess if there's a place to let go, it might be here. Vega, you getting tattoos down here?
James?
Commander, what brings you down here?
I was about to ask you that.
Well, after our little chat, I made up my mind. I'm gonna join the N7 program.
And you're celebrating by getting a tattoo?
Sort of. See, there's no official channels to go through right now. So, I guess this is my way of making it official. Technically, I'm just an N7 recruit, but, you know, I figure with you as my training officer, how could I fail? Right?
I'm flattered, but I wouldn't exactly say I'm training you.
Not officially, but what the hell is in this goddamn war? I'm just saying, whether you like it or not, you're my direct superior, and you're N7. So I take my lead from you. And you know, I'll take whatever advice you got.
Really?
Sure. The good advice.
Well, they wouldn't ask you if they didn't think you could handle it.
Here's hoping.
But the real work starts now.
Uh-huh. I know it seems like I don't take things seriously, but when I commit to something, I fully commit.
Clearly.
Hey, I won't let you down.
Don't just tell me. Show me.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, that's gonna sting for a few days. You gonna be ready for duty?
Always. Hey, maybe we should get matching.
You want me to get an N7 tattoo?
N7? Sure. Or you could get my name done. Somewhere special.
You're such a tease, Vega.
Who, me?
You ever gonna make good on all this flirting?
I didn't mean to, I was just...
That's what I thought. Later, Lieutenant.
Later.
Careful.
Vega just very strongly called bullshit on her, wait. He's still alive, he's still moving. I thought I euthanized him, but that was the whole point. Weird. Shepard completely called Vega's bullshit out, although I'm slightly concerned about how...
Oh, it's you, hey.
Your parents get here yet?
Nope, it's okay. I mean, they'll get here. They always keep their promises. Next shuttle was probably just late or something. That's all.
I'm sure you're right. I look forward to meeting you.
Oh no, her parents are super dead. Her parents are super dead. I'm slightly concerned by how Shepard seems to be autopilot flirting with Vega. Is it because I allowed the name? Like, oh, I allowed them to call me that name, so now the game just thinks we're in on this and totally up for it. There are so many people around here.
I recognize you. You're Commander Shepard.
And you must be Tactus. Heard the refugees consider you their leader.
Yes, someone needs to sort out this mess. CSEC has tightened access to the Citadel, and we've got desperate people down here with no place to go.
I also hear you need basic medical supplies. Dr. Chakwas spoke of a mutually beneficial trade.
I tried to be clear. In my experience, the Alliance looks out for their own. Trust is a hard thing to come by these days. I know you need our military supplies, but they're worth far more than your basic meds. Her offer wasn't satisfactory.
Your people need our supplies, and my people need every edge we can get. Your combat-grade meds will make a difference. And our mission may just save everyone. Now's not the time for pettiness or mistrust.
With our day-to-day worries, it's easy to forget we are all in this together. I'll have my people contact yours. You'll have your supplies as soon as possible.
Shepard saves the day once again with the power of talking. Whoa, those people look like... That is a crowd of Asari right there. I guess they're a squad, yeah. For a second there, it almost looked like that thing where a game might accidentally duplicate one character model multiple times. There's just a density of them here. Wow. They're all really broken up about Vega leaving the poker game. I wonder how many locations Vega shows up in over the course of this game. Just because he seems to get around more than anyone else. Also, I think I may have skipped Conrad Werner's joke conversation. There's like a whole Conrad conversation that's supposed to be a bunch of meta jokes about the various issues that happen over the course of the franchise. But I think because I triggered the bullet scene where he dives in the way, I think he's just gone now, which is slightly weird because how do you? It's weird how easy it is to kind of sequence break that kind of stuff because I'm just wandering around and clicking on people and there's no way to know about that. You would even be missing that scene unless you already knew it existed. But I think it's gone now. So just to fill people in, Conrad acknowledges the fact that in the previous game he acts like you treated him with the renegade option. Because in the first game you can either put a gun in his face and scare him off because he's a pest, or you could try to reason with him. And no matter what happens, he always thinks that you put a gun in his face in the second game because of a save import glitch that happens. And in this game, he apologizes for the way that he went off on you and misremembered what happened before and stuff like that. He gets a little mixed up. And he also has a thing where he what is it? One of the things he does is he asks you a question and then you answer it, and then he asks the same question again, which makes fun of the part where when players go into the investigate options and dialogue trees. You'll often accidentally pick the same. Whoa! You can really see how the frame rate drops when I face that direction, huh? Normal frame rate. There's 50 character models in that direction. How do I run? Yep. That's why these areas are really non-populated when you're doing missions. But you've seen me do it in this game too, where I'll do investigation options and I'll accidentally pick the same thing a couple times in a row because I'll lose track of which ones happened, and sometimes the game will really screw with me because they'll rearrange the investigation options sometimes for no apparent reason, and that's led to a few like, oh, I already picked this option, skip, and so Conrad does that as a meta joke about that, and just like how in the previous game he talked about how he rifles through the trash and picks and steals credits on the side, because that's what RPG protagonists do. So he just continues to be he's already been a parody of RPG characters in the past, but he becomes a parody or satirization of this own game's franchise by the time you get to the third game. But you apparently, I didn't know this, but apparently you can miss this entire conversation if you cause that thing that happened a moment ago, where I guess he disappears. Or maybe I'll make a fool of myself and he'll like show up somewhere else on this place. Volus Ambassador Din Korlak is a possible Cerberus informant. Investigate him at the embassies. So we've got somebody else to keep an eye out for. Looking for Volus. Hard to tell which one's which because you literally can't see what they look like.
Perhaps you could send the girl to your side of the family.
Are you kidding? My family disowned me when I married Nyota. Wanna guess why?
Oh my.
They'd be happier to see those Cerberus assholes than they would be to see me.
I understand why you would not wish to send your daughter to them.
Yeah, well, your understanding doesn't help me or my daughter much right now.
But maybe if I come back a little later, their understanding will help out. Or, I don't know, maybe I could use my Spectre status to resolve that problem. Can I do that? Wait, that's Bailey. Well, does Bailey have anything to say about Din Korlak?
Hey, Shepard. I have to admit, the place feels safer with you here. Everyone's walking around and...
We've already had this dialogue before.
For all of us.
Nope. It is with a check. But there's no Din Korlak dialogue. Din, where you at? Seriously, I don't know where you are at. Where's this Volus ambassador? Where is he hiding? You said they said to investigate him in the embassies. Have I lost track of something? Because I may have. So much stuff going on sometimes. Oh, there we go. Location for Din Korlak. Volus Ambassador Din Korlak's current location is unknown. Biometric analysis does not detect him in any public location at this time. His last known position was in the office suite near the human embassy. Like right outside? I had to figure that out. I had to figure that on the Spectre Terminal. Is he just gonna show up? Yo, Din. Because that's Udina's office, right? Yeah. So Din Korlak's last known location was like right around here. Maybe he'll just suddenly be right outside. Yo, Din. Din. There's so many Volus around here. I'm getting stuck on people. Are you Din? No one here is Din. Have you seen Din?
Was the Volus ambassador here earlier?
Yes, he was, Commander.
I need in. Spectre business.
I'll unlock the office when you're ready.
Okay. Do I just click on you again? That is the answer.
Uncooperative with us before, Ambassador.
That's because you were actually doing some good in the galaxy before.
Has that changed? How many colonies would be gone if we hadn't taken action against the Collectors?
Too many. But fighting the Alliance...
must continue in order to end the war. We understand it took a lot for you to reach out to Cerberus, Ambassador Korlak. We ask that you trust us a little longer.
You people are monsters!
Ambassador, please.
Hundreds dead. Udina betraying the Council. I should have cut ties with you ages ago.
And what will that accomplish now? The risks you took by passing information to Cerberus. It's left you in an interesting position. If you sever contact, we can't protect you from the consequences.
I have no time for this.
We'll speak again. Have a good day, Ambassador Korlak.
The Turians think I'm still working for Cerberus. They've put a price on my head. I can't go to CSEC, but Cerberus has plans. An entire Turian colony rests on my life. If anyone finds this, I hid a tracking receiver in the office suite beside the human embassies. What are you...
Damn, Cerberus has them everywhere nowadays.
You gonna go on about them all night?
Just get the car up here quick. Little bastard's even heavier than he looks.
Saeed?
Zaid? Well, there's a surprise. Where's this tracking device? He's right behind you!
How long till we killed Balak?
Once the credits go through. Was beginning to think you weren't interested in the money.
I'm not. Because Balak worked for Cerberus? What'd they do to you? None of your goddamn business. He waking up?
This is Commander Shepard. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, I can hear you.
Tell me where you are.
We're still near the Presidium. CSEC will check Selkish arms when they realize I'm missing.
They won't give a damn when they realize you sold them out to Cerberus.
Wait. Cerberus is planning to attack a colony that...
Stay calm. Help's coming.
Wait, what's flying up? What? Maybe that was a bird. I briefly thought I saw a dragon flying at the top of the screen. I'm like, what? So Zaid shows up again, and he seems to be on an anti-Cerberus mission. Hard to argue against that.
Zaid used to work for Cerberus. Ask him why he's here.
Why? Why go after your old employer, Zaid?
How you know my name all of a sudden?
Good question.
That is a good question. You're kind of blowing it for me, actually. Stop doing that. So he should be right down the side hall. Selkish arms. Which side is this? You up to anything? No? Oh, can I open this?
Damn. Wrong door. He needs you alive to stop Cerberus.
Cerberus is after a Turian colony. Kill me, and they get it.
Drop my name.
Shepard's investigating. She's a recent acquaintance.
How recent?
Very.
Shit. All right, I'm listening.
Been a while, Zaid.
Shepard. Glad I wasn't just making an ass of myself over a hunch. Undisciplined bastards. This is what I get for signing up at the last minute.
Where's Balak?
I'm here, Commander. You saved my life. I almost died because the Turians thought I was still with Cerberus.
You should have gone to CSEC if your life was in danger.
And be thrown into prison? No. The things they would do to me after the damage I caused.
What intel did you give Cerberus on this colony?
Information on a Turian planet's defense system. They'll strike soon. But if I tell you which planet they're attacking, Cerberus will know I turned traitor.
Turn? You already betrayed your own people.
We saved your life. Tell us what planet you put in danger.
I can offer a bargain. The Volus bombing fleet. In tactical terms, it's worth far more than a colony.
Or you could give us both.
You can warn the Turians there'll be an attack, Commander. That should be general enough to ward off suspicion.
You tried to do the right thing before. It failed because you trusted the wrong people. Now here's your chance to make up for it. You're giving us Volus support, and you're going to help us make Cerberus pay for using you.
I can't.
You can.
Waste of everyone's time trying to appeal to a Volus' better nature, Shepard.
Aphis. The colony's name is Aphis. Cerberus wants its shipyards.
And the bombing fleet?
Yes, it's yours, Commander. I'll speak with Citadel Security about this incident. You have my thanks.
Took him long enough to spit that out.
Zaid, what are you doing here?
Later. C6 on their way. Won't be too pleased with the mess we left them. Catch up with me at the docks if you like.
Well, he gets around. Where am I right now? Wait, where am I? Oh, right. This particular camera angle is the most nondescript location in the entire Citadel. It's a window! Yeah, okay. I've relocated myself. It's right next to the Blasto area. That's what happens when you don't have Blasto on that mission. Wait, can I open this still? No, I want to double check. Nope, still locked, despite the branding on it. Omega Reclaimed, Omega Secrets. Ooh. Multiple part stage there, huh? We'll get to that in a bit. Oh wait, that's a codex entry. I'm like, why is there a multiple stage quest? Somehow didn't question the fact that I was able to open a menu option. It's like I can't open any of these. None of these quests opened. Somehow that wasn't the trigger for me. I'm like, oh right, that's not what I thought it was. Those bullet holes are a pretty bad sign for Barlow Vaughn if he was still here. There's the console. Alright, looking for Batarian codes, because that came up as an issue. Just to review the journal entry. Where is it? CSEC Officer Jordan Knowles has requested assistance tracking illegal use of Batarian diplomatic codes. Consult the Spectre Terminal and locate access points in the Citadel. We did the terminal part, not the access part, though.
Knowles, this is Shepard.
Okay, I'll shut it down. Just need to authorize your Spectre status. Someone used this to cut off power to a dozen life support machines in the hospital. Okay, that access code is officially disabled. Can you find any more?
That is a good question. We'll have to work on that. Ah, that is a bit more helpful, huh? It just flat out says where... That's what I need to be doing here. I didn't really think you'd be able to casually switch between the tabs like this, the way that you can with the ship. So Zaid's currently holding area, like he said he was going to be. We're looking for another console, though. Normandy dock.
Have you discovered a way to run FTL spaceships without an ESO core, Private Talavi?
No, ma'am.
Then consider this a serious assignment. Intel's expecting a Cerberus raid.
Cerberus? Cerberus?
They're a problem?
I thought we were fighting Reapers, ma'am.
Give it a week. You could be.
That was weird how she asked Cerberus twice. Console 2.
Knowles, I found another spot where the Batarian codes were used.
Holy crap. These are the remote navigation codes. Last week's crash at the docks, we thought it was an accident. Shepard, there were 117 Alliance soldiers on that ship. All human. Just like the patients at the hospital.
So we've got Batarian codes and someone with a grudge against humans.
Looks like... Okay. This code's offline now as well. Should just be one left, Commander.
And where is that? Oh, the holding area. Convenient. I was going to meet with Zaid there anyway. Hooray! But also, great. Batarian codes and someone with a grudge against humans. Well, that points at various Batarian characters in the past, basically.
Please select a destination.
Oh, the holding area.
1 moment, please.
The holding area, I think, takes the slot that the Normandy area is normally at. If you're in the Normandy slot, so it threw me off for a moment there and I looked past it. So we're looking for a console and we're looking for Zaid. Maybe grab Zaid, have him help me out with the Batarian issue.
Arriving at docking bay E24. Emergency civilian housing.
Doesn't strike me as unreasonable. So Zaid's by 7, the console's by 4 at the very, very end. Let's check in with Zaid real quick.
What the hell you looking at?
Nothing.
Who were you talking to? Oh, Zaid's a war asset now. That was a weird conversation. Deleted that. Was this supposed to be a real conversation?
Wondered if you'd show up, Shepard. Figured you'd be too busy recruiting goddamn armies for this war you're in charge of.
I could always use more help.
I'll bet. I've seen footage of what happened on Earth. Tell you what, I'll see if some old contacts of mine are still around. Can't promise you anything, but if enough of them are still breathing, I can lend a hand.
Do you know the current leader of the Suns?
Vosk? Don't remind me. Little scumbag shot his mouth off on a patrol mission once. Got half his squad killed. Real popular after that. We couldn't boot him from the Suns fast enough. Should have ended his tenure with a bullet.
Do you know the current leader of the Suns?
Oh, that's repeating. Alright, there we go. Kind of seemed like the dialogue kind of glitched a little bit.
Oh. Hey, it's you. Still waiting, I see. Any news?
No, but they promised, right? They'll get here soon.
I'm sure they will. I'll drop by later to check in on you, if that's okay.
They're in a rough spot. Yeah, I think the dialogue glitched a bit with Zaid, where clearly the first conversation with him is supposed to trigger the one where he gets recruited, but instead he was all like, "What are you looking at, Batarian?" And then it's like, "Zaid recruited him." Like, that was weird. That was a weird turn. Still, good to check another character off the list, basically.
Knowles, this is where the last access code was used.
What's that, Commander? I'm losing your signal.
Shepard.
Balak.
You should have killed me on that asteroid over Terra Nova. I've been waiting for this. Everything that has happened to my people is your fault.
All I did was stop you at Terra Nova.
Yes. After you ruined my plans, my government accelerated research efforts on the Leviathan of Dis. Have you heard of it, Commander? The ancient organic dreadnought my people recovered from Jartar 20 years ago? Sound familiar?
A Reaper. Your people were studying a Reaper corpse.
Yes. Looking for a way to reclaim our place as the true power of the galaxy. Hundreds of our best scientists were enlisted.
And then they became indoctrinated.
When the Reapers reached Karshan, our own people betrayed us. Defense grids were deactivated. Ships fired on Allied targets. We were destroyed from within because of you.
I didn't destroy your people, Balak. The Reapers did that.
We were a proud race. A beautiful race. Have you seen what the Reapers have done to us? I'm trapped on this citadel. Our warships only know the locations of Reaper forces because I've tapped Council transmissions. I am the highest-ranking military officer left in the hegemony, and I can't save my people. But I can end you.
Leviathan of Dis? Like, is he blaming me for the events of the Leviathan DLC I haven't played yet? Did I confuse the game by starting the Leviathan DLC technically by encountering Dr. Bryson's lab, but not actually going on like the big multi-hour adventure yet? But then doing this in the middle?
You're not gonna pull that trigger. You know what I'm doing out here.
Yes, forging alliances with the Turians, the Krogan. Killing you will tear all the other races apart.
And then the Reapers wipe out the last of your warships, the last of your people. And you know that. That's why you'll join us. We're all you have left.
I could kill you. I could do it right now. Our ships are yours.
Shepard, are you all right? Fine. You won't have any more trouble with those codes.
Do you want me to arrest him?
I want you to put a bullet in his head. We're all making some sacrifices today. Let him go. Spectre Authority.
Understood, Commander. And thanks.
Wow. There's a bitter pill to swallow. And there's a Batarian fleet on our team, just like that. What? Oh, right. James is still getting a tattoo nearby. There's so much going on around here, it's hard to keep track of, and the game's having trouble rendering the frame rate for it, too. So that's, wow. The straight-up terrorist from the first game. That was the guy from the Bring Down the Sky DLC. He was trying to crash an entire asteroid in Terra Nova and wipe out countless people and cause untold destruction. And we're letting him go for the same reason why he's letting us go, because we need to save the goddamn galaxy, and everyone being enemies just doesn't work anymore.
I'd like to request a transfer to a zone with Reaper, Sergeant.
And may I ask why you think your deployment deserves special treatment, Private?
I think I'll do better against the Reapers than Cerberus, ma'am.
And what combat experience against Reapers are you basing this on?
None, ma'am.
Outstanding.
Hey, Chakwas, got him.
You always pull through, Commander. We've received the supplies from Tactus.
Everything good?
Indeed. We've acquired some very useful equipment. As such, I've been able to enhance the effectiveness of our Medigel delivery systems. I've also collated information that Liara may find of interest. Check with Glyph.
Medigel upgrade efficiency increase. Alright, I'll check with Glyph, who's conveniently right across the hallway. Well, hallway's not the right thing to call that. Landing?
Dr. Tassoni found useful information in the data you recovered, Commander.
Which one? I've gotten so much data lately. Medbay surgery. It will erase the scarring from your cybernetic implants. If you forego any cosmetic improvements, you will instead get a small boost to your overall health. Yeah, health. There we go. I will totally keep the face scars. AKA the thing that leads to people leaving comments of what's wrong with Shepard's face. Which, those comments are interesting. I guess they just forgot Mass Effect 2 happened. I'm all for keeping pieces of my past.
Good to see you again, Shepard.
Oh, another one. List of recent purchases by Zaid Masani. Incendiary grenades, clips, gel, fuel, plating, rations, repair kit. Mount Milgram triple distilled 45-year-old Scotch whiskey, 2 bottles. Wait. Oh, and you got parts for the discontinued Avenger series of rifles. He is repairing his old rifle that he keeps around as a trophy that doesn't work anymore, but he refuses to throw it away because it basically helped him survive. I technically completed quests, so does it actually have anything to say?
Good to see you.
Nope.